Hi students, in this section we are going to see few examples on surface tension. Let's see this question. So don't worry about what they are saying. Let's see what our question is. Now I am saying that this is the body which is connected, two bodies are connected like this. How much is the mass that can hang from each of these two, 1 and 2? Okay, what is the downward force? Downward force is equal to, so before this you need to know one important thing. Surface tension always surface tension acts always acts in the opposite direction to the motion of the body or tendency of the motion Say if the body is trying to go, see there is a liquid layer over this, a body is placed. Okay, this body, if it is trying to go down, the surface tension force will act in the backward direction. If body is trying to go upward direction, see body is trying to go upward direction, it's going trying to surface tension force from the corners acts in the downward direction. So because the surface tension, what is the surface tension? It is an attractive force. So generally it doesn't allow the body to leave it. Okay, that's why surface tension acts always in the backward direction. So now let's see the free body diagram of this one. How much is the mass? Some mass m is placed and downward force is mg, and there is a liquid layer, and above it, because of this surface tension, upward force T into L will act. Okay, so T into L must be equal to mg. Sir, why you are writing surface tension upward direction? If there is no surface tension, first we should assume that if there is no surface tension, which direction body tendency? Body tendency will be in the downward direction. So the surface tension force acts in the backward direction. T into L is equal to mg. This is an equilibrium. Same thing like this. So you may be should not confuse with this shape. This shape we doesn't care for that. We only mind for immediately it is in touch with it. Okay. So let's go to the other part. Next, go to the other question. A circular ring has inner and outer radius r and capital R. Okay, circular ring has two radius, small r and capital R. So small r and capital R. Now what happened? The mass of ring is m. Okay, mass of the ring is m. So basically he is trying to say for this, I am gently pulled vertically from the water surface by sensitive spring. So because of the spring he is trying to pull it up. Okay, when the spring is stretched by 3.4 centimeter from its equilibrium position, the ring is on the verge of being pulled out from the water surface. Being pulled out. See, it is trying to go upward direction. See, because of the spring force. If you draw the diagram, free body diagram, upward direction is spring force and the downward force. So body tendency is in which direction? It is trying to go up. Surface tension will act in which direction? Surface tension will act in the downward direction. St is surface tension, and there is one more force that is equal to gravitational force, Fg. The verge to move, which is nothing but, if you take this as a block, so if it is in verge, upward force is equal to downward force, swing force is equal to k into x. K into x is equal to surface tension force. What is the surface tension? How many areas? T into, what is the area? 2 pi into small r plus 2 pi into capital R plus m into g is the upward force is equal to downward force. Now what he is asking? Find the surface tension of water. He is asking us to find the surface tension. Just substitute the values. K into, what is the value of K given? K is not give anything, so spring is stretched, so he just gave K. K into 3.14 is equal to, so minus mg is equal to, so T, this is over 2 pi, common factor you can take out, small r plus capital R. So this is what a surface tension will get. Okay, let's go to the other question. Find the maximum mass of a greased needle floating on the water. Simple. Let's draw diagram. Say this is a needle. When if they ask maximum possible of anything, maximum, remember surface tension will act in a vertically upward direction. Surface tension act vertically upward direction. How much will be one side T into L, from other side T into L? Okay, in the downward direction is mg. So 2T into L is equal to mg. So length, okay, mass m is equal to 2TL by g. Okay, so it depends on how much length of the body. Okay, not even length. Wait a minute. Density is equal to, we can write, I'm going to derive, we got the mass we got. If the density is given, is it depends on length or not? Let's see. Density into area into mass is equal to density into area into length into g, which is equal to 2 into T into L. L gets cancelled, and surface tension T is equal to, or upward force is equal to downward force rho Ag is equal to 2T. You can keep whatever length of the object if you have area, so the surface tension, the weight of the body doesn't depend on length. Okay, rho Ag is equal to 2T, but in this case it's given, so mg is equal to 2TL. Okay, mass he is asking. So okay, let's go to the other question. A container of width 2a is filled with a liquid. The thin wire of weight per length is K. So weight per length means mass per, okay, weight per length. Okay, mg by L is equal to K, is gently placed over the liquid surface. Okay, in the middle of the surface as shown in the figure. Now as a result of liquid surface depressed by, it is depressed by y. Determine the surface tension of the liquid. Okay, to find the surface tension, see clearly, surface tension, one important point I want to say with this example is, surface tension acts along the tangent to the liquid surface which is in contact with the body, Sir, what do you want to say from this lengthy expression? Okay, one thing you understood, something tangent you understood. So liquid surface, this is a liquid surface, here it is tangent. Draw a tangent. So if you draw a tangent, it will be with this one force surface tension. If you draw another tangent, this is force surface tension. So why you are saying that as a tangent? So liquid surface which is in contact with the object, see along this tangent we should draw, along the surface which if you draw a tangent, in this case is already a straight line, so tangent will be along a straight line. This is also in this direction. What is the surface tension formula? T into length one side, T into length another side. Here is making, let's draw free body diagram clearly. One side, another side. Okay, here it is making an angle theta. Here is surface tension, F surface tension is equal to T into L, and to balance this, downward force is equal to mg. Instead of mass, if they give mass is not given. Weight per mg per length. Assume the length of the pin as L. Length of the pin as L, total weight mg by total length L is equal to k. So k into L is nothing but mg. Let's write this. Mg is nothing but k into L. So we are converting that according to our this question. Okay, let's compare. Vertical force must be equal to downward force. Resolve into components. Vertical component TL sin theta plus TL sin theta, 2TL sin theta is equal to k into L. So what is sin theta? If you see this carefully, here it is given the depressed by y. It is depressed by y, and from here to here length is a. For small values and angle theta, sir, why you are saying small angle? Here it is again y is small compared to a. If y is very less, tan theta is nothing but sin theta is nothing but tan theta. Tan theta is nothing but y by, from here to here, a, y by a. So t into 2t into L into sin theta is equal to y by a is equal to k into L gets cancelled. T is equal, he is asking us to find t is equal to a into k by 2 into y. So this is what the so what he is asking us to find. So determine the surface tension. So surface tension, we got the value a into k by 2 into y. Okay, so let's go to the other question. So this is very important question. A glass plate of length how much? 50 centimeter. Breadth how much? 40 centimeter. And thickness is 5 centimeter, which weighs 3 kg in air, is held vertically with long side horizontal. Long side horizontal means length 50 centimeter is horizontal, and the place half of it is immersed. This is B. Okay, what is apparent weight, the surface tension of the liquid? First, whenever you see the surface tension is given in the question, if surface tension is not given, you can just directly calculate the buoyancy force. If surface tension is given, first thing we should do, find tendency of the body. So how, whether it is trying to float or it is trying to, if the body is trying to sink, buoyancy force, surface tension, see, if the body is going to go down, surface tension will act in the upward direction. If the body is going up, surface tension will act in the downward direction. So to get that, first we should calculate density, where it is in water. It is in water. When a body sinks, when a body floats, if density of body is less than density of water, then it is then it floats. If density of body is greater than density of water, then sinks. See, these kind of questions, many questions can be asked. This is a very important model. Now first we should know density of body. Mass by volume is nothing but density, and mass is 3 kg. 3 kg is given. So 3 kg we can write 3000 grams by, so it is equal to 50 into, another one is 40, I think 40 into other one is 5. So it's going to be 2 zeros gets cancelled, and 30 over 20 into 5, and it's going to be gets cancelled, and 1.5, and it's going to be 0.3. Okay, if it is going to be 0.3, then density of body is less than density of water. So the body tries to go upwards, but the surface tension will act in the downward direction. See, this is all. We should assume that first there is no, what we should know, understand, first there is no surface tension. First it is like a friction case. How we find the direction of friction? First, behaving in which direction the body is going, exactly in the opposite direction the friction will act. Similarly, surface tension also, first we should know behavior of it, and then exactly in opposite direction it acts. So in this case, let's draw the free body diagram. I am going to erase this part. So it is going upward direction, surface tension will act in the down. It's trying to go upward, surface tension will act in the downward direction. We got this idea. So Upward force is nothing but, what is upward force? Buoyancy force, not the downward force. Downward force is equal to 2t into 2t nahi. How much area which is in contact, length which is in contact with the liquid? This is like a rectangle. If you see from the top, if you see from the top, it is like a rectangular part. It is length L, width B. Total is T into 2 into L plus B is in the downward direction, and the downward direction is mg. Okay, now how much length? Okay, so T is equal to, let's wait, buoyancy force. Calculate the value of surface tension. T for the water, which is given 50 into, so for liquid T is equal to 50 into 10 power minus 2. Substitute the values of length into breadth mg, and you are going to get the weight. It's not completely depressed, understand? How much it is submerged? It is submerged half. It is submerged. If it is submerged half, buoyancy force is equal to density of liquid into volume submerged, V by 2 into G, and upward force minus by downward force you can do. If you do upward force, net weight, we are going to get naught from there. Mg 2t into L plus B. Okay. What I am doing? Mg plus 2t into L plus B minus buoyancy force, you are going to get apparent weight. Apparent weight is nothing but force. Okay, let's see one more question. Okay, a cube of mass m is equal to 800 grams floats on the surface of water. Water wets completely. So water wets completely means, you remember this statement. If it is wets completely, that means surface tension is vertically, either upwards or downwards. We should determine by using this. It's completely. A cube is 10 centimeter each side. By what additional distance is it buoyed up or down? By surface tension. So because of surface tension, it moves upward, it moves down. First we should know which direction it goes. Mass is known. First we should calculate density. If density of body is less than density of water, then body tends to go upwards, and the buoyancy force will act in the downward. Surface tension force will act in the downward direction. And if density of body is greater than density of water, the body tends to go down, then surface tension will act in the upward direction. So density 800 by then 10 cube, it's cube, so 10 into 10 into 10, and it is equal to 0.8. 0.8, it flows in water. 0.8 less than 1, water density is 1 gram per cc. So body tendency to go up, but the surface tension will act in the downward direction. Okay, so if you draw the diagram, so calculate properly. We are drawing. So if it is a cube, how much body which is in contact with water? T into, from each side A and A. 4 into T into A. Okay. So force due to surface tension is equal to 4T into A. First expression. And the downward force is equal to, F gravity is equal to 0.8 into G. 0.8 into G. Next, buoyancy force is equal to density of water 1 gram per cc into volume. We don't know how much it is submerged. 10 into 10 into, assume x. I think you are not understanding what I am saying. So buoyancy force density into volume submerged into G. Density is 1, volume submerged is 10 into 10, so it is submerged already because it's a cube. We don't know how much x into G. So F buoyancy. So upward force is equal to downward force. Downward forces are gravitational force Fg, surface tension in the downward direction, buoyancy force in the upward direction. Okay, let's write buoyancy force is equal to Fb is equal to Fg plus F into ST. Okay, if you write that 100 into X into G, which is equal to F gravitational force 0.8 into G minus surface tension 40 into A. Okay, so substitute the values, you can get the value of X. He is asking only because of surface tension how much it is additional. Additional means more than what actually supposed to be happened. Supposed to submerge some distance, but because of surface tension it has submerged some more. Get the X value from here. If there is no surface tension, what would have happened? Buoyancy force is equal to force due to Fb is equal to Fg would have happened if there is no surface tension. Fb is equal to rho of water into volume submerged is nothing but 10 into 10. See, remember these 10 are in centimeters. Okay, X will get value in centimeter. If you want unnecessarily way to complicate it, convert everything into meters. So 10 X into everything in meters. If you substitute here 0.10 centimeter and 0.01 into X into G, you will get a buoyancy force. Convert everything into kilometers, and here also F gravitational force, F buoyancy force is equal to F gravitational force. Buoyancy force is equal to density of liquid into volume submerged 10 by 10 into X prime into G is equal to F gravitational force is equal to density of body into volume is 10 into 10 into 10 into G. G gets cancelled, 10 gets cancelled. X prime is equal to density of body is equal to 0.8, density of liquid is 1, so 0.8 into 10 is nothing but X prime is 8 centimeters. It was supposed to submerge 8 centimeter. Because of the surface tension, we will get a value X. If you remember X prime, X value will get more than 0.8 centimeter. X value will get more than 8 centimeter. Subtract the value X minus 8. That additional, the extra length is nothing but because of surface tension. So now these are some important properties. Magnitude of T depends on the temperature of the liquid. Note down these points and remember.